So now that I have my spreadsheet set up, I can talk about how to do this exact same thing in our VBA editor. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the window that has my VBA editor, and I'm going to type in my program pretty much exactly like how Eric has it. So the first thing I need to do is in the first row, I'm going to talk about the function, and I'm going to go ahead and call it area of circle, just as Eric had, and I'm going to go ahead and use my SNG radius. So we're defining a variable single radius as, and notice a whole bunch of things came up as I started typing that. We're going to define this as single. We're going to talk about data types later on in class, but basically what this does is it gives a single specification for our variable SNG radius, and basically that's a smaller precision, single precision, compared to a double precision or other kinds of precision that we can use. And so I'm going to type this in, and not only do we have to define the type of variable that our radius is, or SNG radius, but also we have to define our function as also being single. And so that's the precision on our both our variable and our function, and so that tells us just how much storage space that's going to take. So notice as I hit return, we get an automatic end function, and so this is really cool. So we're making basically a function just like in the Excel program, things like radians or tangents or all of those functions that we've been playing around with. So basically we're ready to go, and I'm going to keep on typing, but I'm going to put my name, Karen High, and today is September 4th, 2012, and I'm going to talk about this, give some information. We're going to talk in class about good programming practice, and so this calculates the area of a circle for a given radius. So we've done some good programming practice. We've put some comments in to talk about when I developed this program, what it does, all those kinds of things for my function. And so as the other thing you can see he's doing, Dr. Mace, is he's talking about what kind of variables, and so what we're doing is we're putting into our program, into our function, a single variable we're calling radius. And I need to go back up and change that to be radius, capital. I'm sure some of you caught that as I was typing. So we're typing that in, and notice what he says, it's a single precision. Again, that tells us how much storage space our variable takes up. So single precision. He's also got a hyphen in here, so we'll do that. Single precision real number. So you send into my function a radius, and this works just as the other functions do that you've been working on Excel, and you'll see how we incorporate this into Excel later on. And what comes out of it is the area of circle, which is also single precision, but it's a real number. It's not imaginary or an integer number or something like that. So I've got all of the information that Dr. Mace also had in here, Eric. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some spaces, and I'm going to make my function and so I'm typing in the value of pi. I want to go back and add some spaces as Dr. Mace has. And add a space after that. So now what we've done is we have entered our function as Dr. Mace has. So I'm going to go ahead and note how I've got this function, and I'm going to switch over in the next video to show how to use this in our Excel program.